just did a clip on getting Genesis to hook on and relax. It was just a short one, but she warmed up really nice today. She did a walk and a trot with very little pressure on the circle and connected nicely to me. So I'm satisfied with that as a warm-up for today, and I'm satisfied with her behavior, so I'm going to move on to something new for her, okay? So I kind of revisited some of the basics that we've been teaching her all along, and she did well with it, so that tells me that now might be a good time to introduce something new. So I have the saddle on, and she did really well getting saddled up today. It's not the first time she's been saddled by any means. She's been saddled a couple times now. And she's done very well with it every time. And so, but today what I'm going to work on is it seems like she has a little bit of fear about the noise of the saddle and the movement of the saddle. So today I'm going to put a rope on her and just work on gaining some of that confidence about the saddle and it moving and me being near it, and see if we can't get her a little bit more confident with that, and maybe even hopefully get to a spot where I could start putting my weight in the saddle and see how she responds to that, okay? So, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to take the stirrup. I'm just going to start moving it around just a little bit, okay? And I'm going to make sure that she's comfortable with this moving around next to her, because someday, I'll be riding Genesis and my foot will flip, come out of the stirrup, or I'll be getting off of her and the stirrup will catch and flop. And I'd rather know that she's confident with it moving around when I'm standing here on the ground safe than when I'm on her back. Okay? So there she licked and chewed. So I'm just going to stop and say, that's all I wanted. I just wanted you to hold still and relax. And that's what she did. Hi, good girl. What's back there? Do you have an itch? Can you itch your belly? She's kind of looking back here like a bug might be bothering her or something like that. So I'm just going to give her belly a little scratch here to make sure that nothing's bothering her. Oh, that's your saddle. Is that what you're looking at? Is your saddle? You can sniff that if you want to. That's good. I love seeing her curious about it and then licking and chewing. Yeah, that's your saddle. Look at that, guys. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. You want me to show you again? Okay. There it is. Okay. You got it now? You know what this is now? You can see it. You can smell it. We're good? Oh, one more time. Okay. I don't know if she thinks that I'm asking her to bend her head back or if she's really just that curious, but either way it's kind of cute. You want a treat? There, I think there must be something bothering her back here. Alright, so she did pretty good with that, so I'm going to increase the intensity here, okay? So I'm really going to start wiggling it around. There, her eyes went tight, her head went up, her ears went back. That's not aggressive back, that's just her looking, essentially pointing her ears at the direction of what's making her uncomfortable. She's just putting her senses on it. So I'm just going to look for any sign that she's going to relax. Hi, good girl. There she's turning her head towards it. And she sniffed me. So I'm just going to say, good girl. She's standing still. And even though she does look just a little bit nervous still, just her eyes aren't very relaxed or anything, she's doing her best to be obedient. And I want to reward that and just let her know, good girl, that she's doing the right thing, okay? Come on this side. Do the same thing. I'm going to start really light. So this side's a little different, which every horse has one side of their body that they're less confident on, okay? So I'm not surprised. Right away when I came over here, she moved her hind end away, but now she's holding still, so I'm going to say, good girl. The response I want is for you to hold still. I'm going to go ahead and just let her relax for a second. There's a big sigh. That's what I wanted to see before I moved on, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, come back over, pick up the stirrup. Smell it? Smell it. Okay? I'm going to wiggle it around again until she shows me that she can either hold still and relax or relax. Preferably both. Her gums are loose right now and her eyes aren't even paying attention to what I'm doing. She's looking off somewhere else, so that tells me that it's not bothering her too much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say that was right. Good girl. And I'm going to actually walk off this time. I think that Genesis does well when she gets a chance to just have me go completely away and get her feet moving, and I think that that kind of is a good thing for me to do once in a while, where it's not everything we do, we're just going to hold still, hold still, hold still, okay? I feel like it kind of releases her brain when I walk off and let her move her feet a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Good girl. Good girl. All right, so I'm going to come up and I'm just going to really flop it around this time, okay? Once again, she's holding still, but just a little nervous. But not really too bad. Her legs cocked, so she's not in a stance to take off and run. And there she bent back to sniff me. I'm gonna go ahead and just say, good girl. Leave her be for a little bit. There's the lick and chew that we wanted, so I'm gonna come up, do the same thing on this side. And throw a stirrup up. Great. She did great. Good girl. Once again, just take off the pressure. Let her know she did the right thing. This is so much fun. Is she not just like the most amazing horse in the whole world? I'm completely in love with her. I'd like to see her relax before I move on, but we'll give it a second here. There it goes. Bugs helped us out that time. Her saddle is tight, so I feel pretty good about moving on to the next stage, which is just kind of putting some weight down in the saddle and seeing what she thinks about feeling some weight. Like if I was getting on her, I'd be putting my foot in the saddle and pulling myself up on her. I really want to see what she looks like when I start pulling on this a little bit and making her keep her balance and hold her weight here. So a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have seen that I've actually already been on Genesis, but I didn't get on her with a saddle. Getting on her with a saddle is a lot different. It's an extra, this saddle is probably an extra 15 or 20 pounds. So it's extra weight. It's a lot more, it's very constrictive. Like just having me sit on her, you know, I can bail off pretty quickly, but she can't get away from this saddle. Okay, good girl. So, and it makes a lot of noise, okay? Saddles are creaky, and so that adds a different element to it as well. So, getting on her with the saddle is in my mind, not even comparable to just laying my body across her and sitting on her for 5 seconds like I've done already, okay? So that's why I'm doing all of this, to prep her for this. Because once again, I want to make sure before I get on her with this, that I've done everything I can to make sure that she's relaxed and okay of this. So I'm not pushing her past anything that she isn't comfortable with, okay? There's a big sigh, at least that. want a treat? Okay, I like that. For today, I like that prep. My next step will be to put my foot in the stirrup and start moving around with my foot in the stirrup. I'll also be standing up higher. I'll get like a footstool to stand up so I can get above her while she's has the saddle on. But I think that's all I'm going to do for today. She responded really well. I think my daughter just woke up from her nap. So I'm going to go ahead and call that for today. I feel like we just got to a good place. And then stay tuned for my next one where I'll probably be starting to put weight on the stirrup and actually swing myself up and over her. And I was going to come turn off the camera. This might be good for you guys to see even. But a nice reward for your horse is when they do something right to get a relief from the saddle tightness. So Genesis relaxed really nicely there with that saddling exercise, especially on that other side. She really let out a big puff of air, which I really appreciated seeing that her relax that much. So I wanted to take the saddle off actually before I came over to turn off the camera, just to reward her for trying so hard to be relaxed and to be my partner, you know, just trusting me. And so there she's looking and chewing like she's understanding. So, all right, guys, have a great week. Come on, Genesis.